Namaste, Angels of the Weekly Love Reading. We're going to start with the dice first, beginning with Buy Shoes, Email, and Dirty Movie. Spirit says 29, Spiritual Partnership. Sex. And it's 50-50. I love these three dice together. I mean, this can definitely be about balance and equity, equality in a partnership, give and take, the ability to both give and receive, which allows love to be able to pass both ways. This is both people putting in their, giving it their all. I love that, especially in connection with 29, which again is about spiritual partnership. And then the sex, I actually heard makeup sex as I was saying it the first time. So with the cards, this is Fortune Teller deck. We're beginning with the card Sun. Open your heart to the enormous growth ahead. The next card is Love. It's in reverse though. I'll show you what it looks like. Love surrounds all your connections. Move forward positively in all areas of your life. With the Rider-Waite deck, we're beginning with Major Arcana card Justice, which represents the planet Venus for me in the sign of Libra most directly. The Sun just entered Libra. Venus rules the sign of Libra. Venus enters Sagittarius this week. That may be why, on the 7th, that may be why this card is here while we're starting with it. In love, if you are in an existing relationship, particularly a long-term one, and you've been wondering whether or not it's going to last, then you may make the decision to part ways. If you are single and or looking or not yet committed, then this is a really, really awesome time for you to become committed, and it may happen for you. Now, I did reveal that the Ten of Pentacles was behind this. The Ten of Pentacles can be about inheritances and stuff. So justice also can be about legal issues. This can be divorce. This can be like some sort of family court situation. This could be, God forbid, but it happens. Somebody's spouse passed away, maybe. And this week, maybe you're, again, coming into some sort of inheritance or something. With the Ten of Pentacles immediately after Justice, because again, long-term relationships, particularly those of you who've been wondering, like, is this going to last? It feels like it's, coming to an end, it's going nowhere. Then you're probably right. Probably is coming to an end. Wow, we also have the Two of Cups behind this. The next card is Major Arcana card Temperance. It's in reverse. So, especially for those who are single and or looking, not yet committed, this is a really, really awesome week where it could culminate in a relationship for you. You could actually become committed this week, including something like getting engaged. Like if you're already dating or whatever, and you're not wondering if it's going to come to an end, like things are going good, they could get real good. Ten of Pentacles is about existing relationships, getting deeper, tighter, just way better, and finding new love if you're single. Same thing with Justice, and certainly for the Two of Cups. But alternatively, the Two of Cups can also just be about partnerships. The Ten of Pentacles can be about, like I said, inheritances, and Justice can be about legal issues. So again, it could be something like, a spouse or a mate, a partner with whom you had an actual contract or a will or something that they passed away, they left you something, or there's a divorce or legal separation and we're dividing property and money and you're inheriting something that way, and or a family court situation where maybe finally this week the administrative law judge grants you however much per week, per bi-week, per month it is, whatever it is, that you are to receive or pay in your situation. There can also be some sort of major clarity, like information that comes to you this week about relationship or situation. Moving on to the Angel and Animal Tarots, we're starting with the Two of Swords. Being unable or unwilling to make a decision, a stalemate, pretending there's no problem. Now, for me, the reason that you're feeling this way is because you really have made a decision. Like, the Two of Swords for me is a card of not really of indecision. It's like you know what you want to do, but you're afraid to do it for whatever reason. It's often because somebody else or other people, maybe a lot of other people, maybe society at large would disagree, you feel, with your decision, and so you rather just avoid making it. It's kind of like if I don't go to my mailbox, then I don't have to pay my bills. Is that true? No. But in the meantime, like out of sight, out of mind, you don't have to worry yourself with it, and it's that sort of thing. But you really should be working toward making a decision, whatever decision is in your heart or soul to make. And actually, some of the transits this week may help you with that. So again, the Venus entering Sagittarius, the new moon, Pluto going direct may help you to be able to do that. Oh, we came back to the sun. I made a lot of piles. I just saw the King of Cups in reverse. The King of Cups in reverse is somebody who's not just in love, but I mean, this is the love reading, so we're going to focus on that. Just willing to do any and everything and within their power to get what they want. And then we have the Page of Swords as our overall energy, which is interesting because the Page of Swords upright, I think, was the overall energy in the general reading, I believe. Okay, I thought I was picking up all the cards. I didn't. Here's another major arcana card, Justice, that got left behind, revealed. Fair decisions will be made after all of the evidence is reviewed impartially. Have compassion for others and try to see all sides of a disagreement. Again, Justice represents the planet Venus and the sign of Libra, which she rules. The other two are in reverse, so I'm just going to stick them in here without mentioning them. This one too is in reverse, but you can't help but to see what it is. And it is Major Arcana card, Unity, or the Hierophant. Embrace this time of deep spiritual growth. You may feel called to act as a mentor, find a new teacher, or to spend time with others who are also on a sacred path. And the card after it is Major Arcana card 3, the Empress, which also represents the planet Venus, and the signs that she rules, Libra, Taurus, Gemini. Time to hop into action. Use your natural creativity to bring forth prosperity and success in your life. Very feminine energy, very fertile, to all about new beginnings, growth, abundance, expansion, creativity, creation, maybe in a literal sense, as in like baby, all of that. Ace of Wands also showing up here. The next cards are in reverse. So I'm just going to stick them in without mentioning them and give these a little mix up. Another King of Cups just flipped over. Trustworthy, compassionate, respected, and cultured. Open your heart and mind to those around you. Trustworthy and heartfelt advice and charity work, which for me is love. Anytime we're giving of ourselves freely without wanting anything to, in return, to me that's an expression of love, even if it's between us and a stranger. And what's really interesting is the next card is Major Arcana card 15, Ego, or the Devil, which represents the sign of Capricorn. Guess where Pluto is going direct? Yes, in the sign of Capricorn this week. A false sense of entrapment, being overly focused on material things, and negative or fear-based thoughts. Queen of Swords behind that. Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands, movement. Queen of Swords. Decisiveness. Also what's called the Feng Shui Queen. She's the one that like maybe it could be literally, it could be figuratively, sort of clears out any funky energy, dismisses and clears out funky people, all that stuff from her life. She may, like I said, literally maybe do some work in her home to clean the energy. Feng Shui Queen. New overall energy here. Major Arcana card 7, the Chariot. You can successfully balance various or opposing energies at once through determination and focus. You've earned the rewards and recognition that you are receiving. This is another card that can be taken literally or figuratively. It can be literally about movement, actual like moving in together, for example. It's also a card of victory, success, recognition. Represents the sign of Cancer most directly, as does potentially this Page of Cups, who is sensitive, kind, open-hearted, and inexperienced. You can expect to kindle a new romantic relationship or a close platonic friendship. You may suddenly receive an emotional message from someone or be invited to a social event. The Page of Cups is a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, or someone likened to those traits or attributes. And you could be hearing somebody, maybe like we got the die email, maybe somebody will reach out via email, or dirty movie. They'll send you pictures, or you'll meet them online dating. All these things very, very possible this week. Card most directly representing the fire signs this week is the 10 of Cups. I was going to say Major Arcana card 10 of Cups. The 10 of Cups, which is a beautiful card, all about love, unconditional love, family, being surrounded by love and or loved ones, even if it's just one other person. So very nice energy for love and relationship. The earth signs, so this is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Your card is in your element, your energy. It's the 6 of Pentacles in reverse. Air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Our card is the Hermit. X is coming back yet again. Well, it is Mercury retrograde, so that's very common. And last but not least, the water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Oh, your card is the 5 of Wands. A little bit of conflict there. All right. Maybe you guys are among those who are getting separated or divorced or deciding to end. We'll do a little bit more clarity. Our overall energy, the Page of Swords in reverse, represents possibly an actual person in your life, a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, or someone likened to those traits or attributes, and or is about difficulty in communicating or communications. And that too may be because of Mercury retrograde right now, stationed in Libra, the sign of our fellow air sign, the sign of Libra. Say what you mean and mean what you say. I know this isn't the King of Swords, but say what you mean and mean what you say. If you are dealing or trying to relate with your partner or relate to your partner, then you may need to try to read between the lines, take a deeper look at the meaning, behind the words. If you're single and looking for love, then it's possible that you may be attracted to someone who kind of comes across, or someone may be attracted to you, who kind of comes across to you as like a big talker, a lot of mouth, a lot of talking, but not necessarily the actions or accolades behind it to back it up. And if you yourself are an air sign, particularly a Gemini, you may not like that, because we don't like people trying to impress us. Like with stuff, we tend not to be people that are about stuff, or material things, like more interesting people. We're about the mind and logic and being interested, captivated by people who are different and unique and stuff like that. So if you're just trying to show us like stuff and like, look, this is shiny, it's going to, in most cases, I'd say, turn us off. But in this case, the meaning of this card, showing up this way can be that the person is just nervous, and maybe they just really like you, and so that's why they're nervous and they're trying too hard. Give them a chance. So that's our overall energy. Moving on to the fire signs again. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, you get this wonderful card, the Ten of Cups. And if you're like worrying about a romantic relationship, maybe you're in separation, maybe physical separation, perhaps not of your own, not voluntary. Maybe you were separated by something, some sort of situation like COVID or who knows, whatever else. Even if it is by choice and it's you enter the separation for whatever reason, you're worried about the relationship. When you receive this card, it's a clear indication that you really don't have nothing to worry about. That you and your mate, your partner, whatever it is, love interest, are on the same page. And if you're in a relationship but haven't yet made a formal commitment, be confident that it's coming. The formal commitment is coming. And especially based on the other cards that we saw at the beginning of the reading that we started out with, those were all an indication that it's coming too. Remember the Ten of Pentacles, the Two of Cups, Major Arcana card Justice, particularly together. Those cards can definitely mean, like I said, if you're not committed, it's coming. And it could be in a really, really big way. Like I said, even something like engagement, depending upon what stage you're at in your relationship or not. If you haven't met somebody, then again, it's a good time for you to meet somebody also. This is what we got to be careful. Like, don't sabotage things by causing a problem or starting an argument where there isn't anything to argue about, right? Causing a problem where there isn't one. And we can do this sometimes when we feel commitment or something coming. It's like a subconscious fear of commitment, and it's like things are feeling too good, things are getting too good, I gotta mess them up. Again, I don't think that I think most of the time this is not a conscious thing, but it's something that I think humans do. So don't do that this time. Moving on to the Six of Pentacles in reverse. If you're looking for love, you may need to open yourself up more. You may have a guard up, which would not be uncommon for an earth sign. These can be very like self-protected people. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And sometimes we think we're open when in truth we aren't. This may be tied to the die, the 50-50 die, It's certainly good to be independent. I don't knock anybody who's independent. How can I? I'm a Gemini. I'm an air sign. So I get it. But when taken to extremes, this can, put people off. It can alienate potential partners. If you are coming off like too much of, a bachelor or a bachelorette, like you're not ready to settle down, then somebody who is ready to settle down may look for somebody else, when they had been interested in you, because, oh, this person is not ready for a relationship. And maybe you are, but you might not be giving that off. You know what I mean? Or if you are seeing someone, maybe you're not in a serious commitment, but you are seeing someone or seeing some people, and it's just like you're too single. It doesn't seem like you have room in your life for another person. Again, that can put somebody off. So you just got to be careful about the extremes of our behavior. And if you are in a committed relationship that doesn't necessarily seem to be going all that awesome, it may be on you this time to try giving more instead of expecting more to be given to you. And, this is all based on the fact that the Six of Pentacles is in reverse rather than upright. Because when it's upright, then it's usually about assistance and blessings and, attention and all these things coming to us. So in this case, you need to give more. And it is a card of give and take, though. And it's actually one of my favorite cards, and it's very Venus. I see all her signs in the card. Look, there's the Scales of Justice, right? She rules Libra. Here's her Pentacles. Here's her Taurus. Moving on to the Hermit for the air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So whether upright or in reverse, in this case it's upright, the Hermit in relation to love tends to be about the very, very strong possibility of a romance, a relationship from your past being rekindled. And so it's up to you to, spend some time figuring out if that's what you want. Um, it may seem right now that romantic relationships aren't necessarily a priority for you. So if your head says that that you do want a romantic relationship, similar to what I said to the earth signs, check your behavior. Is your behavior saying that too? Does it align? You know? And if it doesn't, and you really do want a relationship, then make a shift, if it does, all good. Welcome in your ex if that's what you want to do. In a committed relationship already, right? Because not everybody's, open for their ex to come back. If you're already in a committed relationship, you might have been like moving in different directions or feeling like you have been, and probably for a while now. So you want to make sure to like make the time to tend to the relationship, tend to each other, stay connected, and in order to like keep the spark alive, maybe do something, go on, have a date night or something like that. Moving on to the Five of Wands, it kind of looks like what it is. Now, it's just such a shame that it's not in reverse. Well, maybe it isn't. I mean, the cards know, and the guides know. They know what to pull up. But in reverse, the Five of Wands in love is about like maybe getting into an argument. It's possible, but it's like for the good. Like after you do it, it's like the air is cleared and you can move forward. Upright, it's more about conflict, and it can also be about like jealousy and competition, like the person that you're interested in maybe being pursued by several other people, and there's like a competition there. Give it your best shot if you're interested, shoot your shot, as they say. You need to know that you've done all you can for the relationship where your heart is involved. So if you don't, you're going to be sorry, you're going to have regrets. We don't want regrets. Shoot your shot. This can also like work in the other way around too, and mean that you're the one that has several romantic interests this week. Or, as I mentioned, it can be about conflict, especially in consideration of the Page of Swords, which can be about conflict. So it depends. We're going to clarify some more though. So for the fire signs, joining your 10 of Cups, we have birth. Universal energy brings you opportunity and possibility. 10 of Cups can also be about family, and maybe even expansion of a family. Somebody could be literally giving birth this week, having a baby, you're growing your family, or learning that you're pregnant. We also saw the Empress, or becoming pregnant this week also. Or the birth of something new and very, very beautiful, very, very loving, very, very, emotional in a positive way, for the fire signs this week, which I think is really great for them. Again, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Still, watch your communications, and there may be something that tries to get in your way, especially Aries. I went over last week the 4 signs that would be most affected by the retrograde, and Aries is one of them. Moving on to the earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. More of your own energy, an element here with this 4-leaf clover. Your card is luck, and it's joining the 6 of Pentacles. 6 of Pentacles is about, again, assistance and blessings and things coming in, sometimes through another person, and so sort of like an earth angel way, but from the universe. And so this may be, again, for you, if you are blessed in that way, in any kind of way, to share, for one thing. Or this is also, maybe you're supposed to be, again, sharing your luck with someone else and your positive energy with someone else. You are right to be strong and optimistic about the opportunities ahead and growth. Air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Our card is Phoenix. Be prepared to be renewed after a period of crises. The X may be a Scorpio specifically, right? The Phoenix represents the sign of Scorpio in mythology. So that's one thing. Also, if whether the person's a Scorpio or not, is in the case of an X, then it can be, like it'll be renewed. It'll be different than before. It'll be like a brand new experience. So don't necessarily base it on the one that you had in the past. And for those who are in an existing relationship, again, it may have been feeling like you were in like a slump. I'm not really very excited about this relationship these days. Then you have an opportunity here to give it a fresh spark. Spark the flames of romance and love between you and be renewed. Renew your relationship. Again, try date night or something like that. Last but not least, the water signs joining the Five of Wands and your potential competition. You got goals. Progress is positive and personal goals will be achieved. So, you could be the one who wins here. And remember, we also have an overall energy from the other deck of the Chariot, which is a card of victory too, and again represents water signs, particularly the sign of Cancer, as does the card behind it, the Page of Cups. So now I'm going to go on to another spread. I'm going to take these away. I'm going to do the old Queen of Swords, Square of 9, and just see if we can figure out what's going on in a collective sense. So more largely, as opposed to broken down by element or sign, and see what's going on masculine versus feminine this week. Begin with the masculine. His crowning card is Major Arcana card, the Sun, which represents the planet Jupiter and the sign of Sagittarius. Happy outcome. Brilliant new ideas that lead to success. Have confidence in yourself. In terms of love, this can be about the need for a break. So maybe wanting a getaway, maybe needing time for self, whatever the case is, just allow it. And it may be surrounding, again, the Mercury retrograde, difficulty communication. Let me take a step away. Let me take a break. Let me take some space, and do allow it, feminine, if that happens. Again, the Sun most directly represents the sign of Sagittarius. Surrounding energy for him is Major Arcana card 7. Again, so another Chariot. Again, most directly represents the sign of Cancer. An important achievement, self-discipline and willpower. Public recognition. Check the self-discipline. Again, if he needs a break, whether that's with you or apart from you or whatever, it's like realizing when I gotta take it down for a moment. And that's a really mature trait to have. Masculine subconscious. Major Arcana card 4, the Emperor. Organization and logic, structure and discipline, leadership. The Emperor most directly represents the signs of Aries and Scorpio. And in the case of love, it tends to be about somebody who is older or maybe more mature, or more serious, or like a neat freak, than their, person of interest or partner. Often for me, this is a married man or a man with children, a divorcee, a widower, a boss somewhere, somebody successful. And so maybe their partner is not, but that's okay. All right. That may be why there's like a Two of Swords kind of energy. Like, what am I going to do about this relationship? What would people think if I was with a younger woman, or if I was with someone who, maybe doesn't have as much education or as serious a job or whatever as I do. And so this could be something that is being thought about. Another another meaning of the Emperor for me can be about like higher institutions, government agencies, authorities. So in the case, again, of maybe a legal situation, court case, this can be a victory here for the masculine, happy outcome. Maybe you decide to split amicably, sunny disposition, very positive, and say, well, let's just shake on it, or let's just split everything down the middle, or don't worry, you can have the house, I don't want it, you take it with the kids, and I'm gonna go about the rest of my life and be happy, and everybody's good. Crowning the feminine. The Knight of Pentacles, loyal, dedicated, honorable, and kind. It's time to buckle down and get things done. Honor your commitments. You have a guardian angel. Knight of Pentacles, maybe an actual person, a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, or someone likened to those traits or attributes. Surrounding the feminine, we have Major Arcana card, Judgment. Card number 20, it's called Renewal in this deck. Review and evaluate. A favorable assessment of the facts. It's time to move in a new direction. Judgment can be about second chances, second time around, including in a relationship, like an ex coming back. Again, maybe like a hermit, which represents the sign of Virgo most directly. But, it doesn't have to be an earth sign. It could be. It may also be a Taurus, Capricorn, or any other sign of the zodiac. Judgment most directly represents the sign of Scorpio and the planet Pluto. Again, Pluto goes direct in the sign of Capricorn this week. So this is possibly meanings for these cards to be showing up too. Other thing, meaning for judgment for me, it's about abundance that is earned. So you put some sort of energy out, or you did some sort of labor, you did some sort of work, you put in some sort of effort that is resulting in reward, award, recognition, abundance. Feminine subconscious. Major Arcana card 18, the Moon, which most directly represents the sign of Pisces. Important psychic insights. Events behind the scenes. Release fears that hold you back. You will be getting messages, signs, synchronicities, guidance, a feeling in your stomach that's telling you which way to go, what to do, feeling in your heart telling you which way to go, your gut, whatever it is. Follow those inclinations, even if you don't know what the outcome will be. You don't know that the outcome will be happy. You don't know that it's, whether or not it's something that you would be afraid of. The idea, the guidance is to drop this fear of the unknown and to just follow the guidance, and you will be pleased that you did. And when you need information, the universe is committed to giving it to you. That's what the Moon is about. Pay very close attention to your intuition and any other psychic, awareness. Crowning. 7 of Cups. A complex decision. The need to do research. Stop procrastinating. For me, also, 7 of Cups is sometimes like a one-night stand. So there could be people who meet and randomly decide to get together, which is, their business if they're adults too. Aside from that, yes, it can be about a decision that has to be made, and maybe it is, again, whether or not to renew a situation, renew a relationship, to move on, to move in, cohabitate, all those kinds of, many possibilities here. At the root, the root foundation. Queen of Wands. She is confident, warm, intelligent, and graceful. And she's possibly an actual Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, or someone like into those traits or attributes. Stretch your wings and fly. Don't underestimate yourself. Assert your independence and creativity. And there may be a woman, maybe an older woman, who is somehow influencing, either indirectly or directly, your relationships. And at the heart of the matter, Major Arcana card 5, the Hierophant. Traditional viewpoints or methods. Spiritual organizations. Seek out mentors and like-minded friends. The Hierophant is about contracts, is about relationship, is about coming together, and in a spiritually based relationship, maybe even something, again, like engagement or even marriage. We have 6 Major Arcana cards in a 9-card spread. So this is like very, very strong karmic energy, as in of the universe and destined. So we have free will, but our free will with relation to karmic energy, the way that I read it or see it, is how we respond, how we react, how we work through the energy. We don't get to decide whether or not it happens, because it's sort of like a destiny thing. We do have full command and control over these 3. The Knight of Pentacles, the 7 of Cups, and the Queen of Wands. And again, the 7 of Cups is a card of indecision. I'll go ahead and pull the next card to see what the topic is, what we might need to make a decision about. It's Major Arcana card 15, Ego, or the Devil. So feeling stuck somewhere is a possibility. Feeling fearful, feeling lacking confidence, and needing to make a decision as to what we're going to do. Major Arcana card 15, again, is the Devil. You may feel that you're trapped in your situation, but that's not true. Be careful not to overly focus on material wealth and break free of negative thinking. So if like material wealth, if money is keeping you from love or from a relationship, again, you don't, this, I make more money than she does or whatever it is. This is guidance to let stuff like that go. I'm going to pull the next one too. And it says, you've worked hard and what you've created is impressive and worthy of protecting. Annoying challenges may pop up, but don't worry, you'll get through them just as you have in the past. And that's another clarification for here for this devil. So it's telling you not to, if you, whether you feel stuck, you're lacking confidence, you feel fearful, whatever it is, do not give up on whatever it is, you know, you want. Go ahead and pursue it. Is the guidance. Again, you'll be happy you did this. It's crossing the chariot. This is a card of victory. It's crossing judgment. This is a card of victory and abundance. It's also sitting here next to the sun. This is a card about a happy outcome. It's also sitting next to the Knight of Pentacles, the only knight that always makes it to his destination. Slow, steady progress. Slow and steady wins the race, as they say. And that's it. I hope you guys have enjoyed the weekly love reading. I will be back with the moon reading. Namaste.